As Mnangagwa embarks on the mutilation of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, reports coming through are that he has targeted the command structure of the military, and these have been pampered with a lot of money, amounting up to 200,000 US dollars, and also state of the art cars. Whilst the irony of it is that the junior military officers got 250 US dollars, and that money has to be actually deducted at the end of the day. And guess what? Apart from that, you remember the funds that the military was pampered with during the Blessed Geza Revolution. It is the regime is apparently deducting funds, because as much as it is pampering senior military officers with vehicles, that money is taken from the state coffers, making it quite difficult to sustain their activities. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So it is reported that Emmerson Mnangagwa, as he is embarking on constitutional amendment bill number 3 of 2026, he has actually targeted the command structures of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, that is senior military personnel, major generals, also colonels of the military, and also the senior commanders. They have been given amounts, the money amounting to 200,000 United States dollars each, and definitely this is nothing less than bribery. And apart from that, they have also have been with state-of-the-art vehicles. I'm sure you have noticed recently Wicknell Chivayo making announcements of the donations of vehicles. Obviously, they will appear to have been donated by Wicknell Chivayo, but the very same Wicknell Chivayo is taking the money from the state coffers. Remember that they are government entities that are receiving monies, of which Emmerson Mnangagwa, when he began his 2023 term of office, as bogus as it came, he began to actually announce Mutapa Investment Fund, and he said that investment fund would not be privy to the public, would not be privy to the details of how actually it runs and how the funds of that Mutapa investment are actually used. These are the funds that are given to Wicknell Chivayo, and Wicknell Chivayo is portrayed as a philanthropist in Zimbabwe, and we know that there is absolutely none of that. And it's a grand strategy that Mnangagwa concocted long time ago, targeting key individuals that he needs in order for his 2030 term extension ambitions, and changing of 22 sweeping actually statutes of the Constitution that formulates the heart of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. So will it work? Bribery of these senior military commanders. Senior military commanders, they don't do the dirty work. They actually send the ordinary military personnel. These are the very same persons that are neglected by senior commanders. Some of the senior commanders cannot even run 100 meters without coughing. The guys who would be running and doing all the dirty work are these juniors that the government targets to fundraise through them. They were recently given salaries, but the Blessed Geza funds, the funds that were given to the military during the Blessed Geza revolution, in an attempt to actually quell down the Blessed Geza revolution. These are the funds that are now deducted now that Blessed Geza has on. I think the regime have told itself that the threat of Blessed Geza is gone, and they are thinking in their narrow thinking that they are winning at the moment. That is why they are confident to introduce the changes they have initiated to the constitution. And if you look at the likes of Zambia, they appear to be in control of everything. But remember, Blessed Geza, on his last message, when he realized that he was departing the Mother Earth, he actually vowed that the current Minister of Justice will actually run. And us, when we were growing up, we were told that the words of the dead and the words of the elders will not just fall on the ground. And also remember what Mnangagwa is doing at the moment. Blessed Geza told us about this, but remember, he also told us that there is a progressive military wing within the military that cannot be corrupted with these briberies that are taking place at the moment. Mnangagwa is reshuffled. He continues to, maybe today as we speak, reshuffles will be the order of the day. We've seen numerous tampering with the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and the attempt is to get rid of all those who were part of the command structure during the 2017 Operation Restore Legacy, and totally actually introduce new military personnel who will actually be flexible in terms of getting commands and orders from Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa. But does this mean that the progressive force will not actually be in a position to maneuver around this? I think what we are seeing happening at the moment is a scenario where Mnangagwa have divided the military, and what is bound to happen, we may see confrontations. We may see factionalism existing within the military. That is what actually demagogues create without realizing. Because at the moment, the truth of the matter, Mnangagwa is failing to run the country. He is failing to run the economy. As much as he will initiate these changes, push himself to actually continue leading Zimbabwe, the institution that is empowered to actually remove him, it is the military. Definitely factions will emerge within the military. Other Blessed Gezas will actually emerge, or retired General Chiwengas will emerge within the military, because the situation is not only unbearable to the people of Zimbabwe, it is also unbearable also to these institutions that are protecting this family that wants to actually run the country as if they are running their family affairs. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqubo Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and live.